that the stock is a part of? Or is it sufficient to look at the environment as a whole? If you're trading a stock that's on the NASDAQ, then sure, look at the NASDAQ. But in the end, the big variable is the Dow. That's the one that I pay the most attention to, because that really tells me if there's an abundance of cash in the market or not. When you buy time, how far from the money do you suggest? I like to stay near the money, okay? The near the money option provides the best balance between risk and reward, okay? If the stock were to retract and you place the near the money call, that option will retract a little bit, but not as much as an out of the money option. So it'll lose some value. And it may be significant, but it won't be as significant as the out of the money option. But if the stock goes up, then you'll return a lot more with the near the money option than you would an in the money option. Okay? So that's why I go for the near the money option, if at all possible. There are times when the near the money option just doesn't have the open interest, or the spread is just too wide, and I'll purchase an in the money option for that reason. Okay? Can you explain delta in selecting an out of the money and in the money call option, and which is a better choice? Okay. I think I kind of touched on this a little bit. I don't really talk about implied volatility and delta, because if you guys are paying attention to the things that I pointed out with open interest and the spread, you're really paying attention to delta and implied volatility as well. Okay? I can go on and on. I think it might be a good idea to just have a session where we talk about the Greeks and like really hash them out, and I can, maybe put some examples for you guys together, and it not be confusing to anyone. But I think we can do that, and I would say perhaps we can maybe set that up for 2 or 3 weeks from now. One Saturday morning we can get on here. Maybe not on a Saturday, because I'll be starting a Saturday's class soon. But one day or the other, we can get on here and like actually go through all of the Greeks. I think that would benefit a lot of you at this point. But if you're just starting out, I promise you, if you focus on the things that I pointed out before, you'll be in good shape. Okay. There's quite a few variables out there, right? And we can just keep on digging. It almost never ends, okay? But I definitely recommend using this foundation to, kind of allow you to build upon it, and look out there and see what books are available, what articles you can read to increase your overall understanding, because I don't think that there are many things that you guys cannot figure out with this foundation. I think once you get some hands-on experience and you actually start trading, when you read these books that are highly technical, it's really not that difficult to understand what it is, because you guys will have a pretty solid foundation. So I think if we get into the Greeks, that could easily take 2 hours to cover. And I think we should probably schedule that so that we can kind of hash it all out and not confuse anyone. Can
you take a shower?
But in the end, okay, it's basically the rate of change of the option, okay, with respect to the stock. So as the stock moves, right, the option is expected to move, right? So when it comes down to Delta, you have certain stocks that can move 50 cents or a dollar and the option contract price not change significantly. And you have other stocks that can move 50 cent or a dollar and the option price change drastically. Okay? And so Delta measures that. And without confusing anybody, I think we should leave that there. So I'll put something together and we'll go through and talk about all of the Greeks, and I'll provide some examples, probably put together like some sort of a PowerPoint presentation, and you guys can all sign in for that. It'll be free, and I think anybody will be able to participate. If you completed this course and you're on this webinar, you'll be able to participate.